Hello and welcome to Pointless Point of View, your favourite podcast show for bringing you news, games, movies and sometimes TV when we feel like it. My name is Callum Taylor and as always I am joined by the less than handsome one, the man who shaved his beard, Fraser Doig.
Man.
So this week obviously we did the 2018 awards last week, so this week we're going to hit it with what to look forward to in 2019. And
it's what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, sorry, what we are looking forward to.
It's not everything that's coming out in 2019 because we don't have time for that.
No, but as always, that will just fuel us for the rest of the year of topics to do. But as always, we'll hit it with the news. We'll keep the news quite short, hit it with the big ones, because we had 3 trailers and a new game we want to speak about. And we're going to kick it off today with some Shazam. We got a small trailer for Shazam.
Only recently, yeah. It was. I'm not. Again,
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I thought the first trailer made him goofy and I thought that was going to be it, that's how they're going to play some of it. But then I thought some trailers will come along and give some more serious stuff. Obviously we got introduced to the villain Dr. something, I can't remember his name, Dr.
Mark
Strong's character, yeah. And seemingly he can go toe to toe with Shazam.
Well, I mind like when the first trailer came out and like I was talking to you about it and I watched some YouTube videos about it. It was kind of like he's not like meant to have that much powers. He's meant to just be like a doctor, but they've kind of like bumped up his powers a bit just to sort of make it more interesting.
Yeah, what bothered me
because they're not using Black Adam.
Yeah, which sucks.
It's stupid, but it's because. I feel it's because The Rock's playing him, like a big actor is playing Black Adam. If they just got someone else, they would have used him. But because of the star power, they used to have his own movie.
Yeah.
Just make him the bad guy. It would have been much more interesting.
How good would it see him partly through this film, which would hype people up? Oh, I really want to see how he became Black Adam. Then we got his film.
Like if we even just anything.
What annoyed me though is when watching this trailer, is there was a bit of a Man of Steel vibe. When he was fighting the Doctor, see him flying towards buildings. It's giving me deja vu for Man of Steel when it was Superman vs Zod, which I really hope this movie doesn't go full on destruction.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, as I say, it's going for a light-hearted nature. I don't think it's the fighting that's going to annoy me. I think it's like the whole childish nature of him, and I feel like, again, we've talked about this before, where something has to happen where he loses that.
Yeah.
Like I get it, he is still in a child's body, and this is a cool thing to happen to him, and he's like, oh, I can do cool stuff.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to push that too much, and maybe they're. I would say I'd like to think that they're being smart and hiding all that stuff, because it like comes into that. But that would be thinking that DC are like. They're not thinking like that at all. They're just trying to make it entertaining and fun and super light-hearted, which is the way the universe is now, which I'm happy with. It's better than having dark and everyone's sad.
Yeah, well, grey landscapes.
But I don't know. I just don't like. It's too cheesy for me. Yeah, just now, and I'm hoping that it does go away from that.
I'm hoping that's the first 15-20 minutes is cheesiness.
They're showing a lot from it, and I feel like. Like I didn't like when he goes to the speak to the ask for like a he goes
for a layer.
A layer.
That's stupid.
I'm so annoying.
But
it was only a tiny little trailer, and it wasn't a full on one. Yep. So I'm still going to give it the benefit of the doubt. But if another one like that, I'll go see it. But I'm not like it's not something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, but on for that we got John Wick 3 trailer. Which
I'm looking forward to this.
It gave us what we would expect from a John Wick film.
Yeah, like there's nothing. I wouldn't say there's nothing too outlandish. It's more just like, don't break a formula if it works.
Yeah, because it does. That the fighting style, gun fu.
Just sort of they've obviously with how popular it's become. Like they've just been given a bigger budget.
Yeah.
So just don't. Like always, don't just go. They're never going to use like the CGI effects. Yeah. Everything's all hand to hand, all stunt work. As long as the story is interesting, because to me it just looks like the whole tail's turned on him. Yeah. And I get that set up from the last one where he did break the rules and stuff like that, but it can't just be that. It can't just be broke the rules. There has to be a reason why.
I want to know why he's fighting samurais on motorbikes and he rides a horse around.
I mean, maybe. Well, that's the thing is that like we don't know where he goes. They might go to Tokyo.
Yeah.
This could be in Tokyo. I mean, I don't know where he got a
That'd
horse.
be cool.
But it would be cool if he went to Tokyo.
Yeah, I know. Where would you get the horse in Tokyo? They're not.
But
Yeah,
on,
anyway,
on the other
yeah.
hand, he is John Wick, so I mean, he could do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But as much as I'm looking forward to this, and I love Keanu Reeves, I think it's a perfect role for him. It won't be as good as the first one.
No,
The first one's always the best.
I don't think it's because it's a surprise though. I feel like the best thing about first films is they're always a surprise to people, and I'm hoping Halle Berry's character comes across well, because obviously in the second one you
She
had
looks
some
like a
female
female
characters.
him.
Yeah, because in the second one you had like female characters that just they weren't up to par.
No, there were more villains, but she looks like a female version of him. I don't know why I feel like, obviously, ever since Taken, they did the whole Asian actor does an
Yeah.
action movie, and like everybody got one, and then Liam Neeson did, you know, Taken on a plane, and Taken on a, like Taken with memory loss, and Taken on a train.
Yeah,
Like he did all this different types of stuff, and like John Wick was like, again, Keanu Reeves perfect for it. It's just like once it made a lot of money, it's just kind of like
do you hope it stops at 3?
yes. No, I don't want any more than that. Like I honestly believe that they were probably never going to do 2.
Yeah,
It's because it was so popular, and I ain't complaining because I love the action in it, and
Yeah.
I think I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's a great actor. I think like I say, it's perfect for him. He does not look his age.
no,
He's like
God, no.
55. Makes no sense. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
it's good. I want to see where they go with it, and yeah, I'll give it hope.
I'm
Anyway.
looking forward to that more than
Yeah.
Shazam
Oh, definitely.
at this point.
But the next trailer we got was Spider-Man: Far From Home.
This one came out a wee while ago, but this is the first chance we've got to get to
Yeah.
it. I mean, everybody's probably seen this trailer by now. It was a good trailer. It was a
Yes, and
really
obviously
good
we
trailer.
were given the fishbowl finally.
Yes.
Finally the
I
fishbowl.
I took a sigh of relief when I saw that fishbowl on his head. A sigh of relief because
It's like we say, well, anyone that's seen the trailer, obviously you see the elementals in it, and it's coming across Jake Gyllenhaal's character as the Mysterio. He's coming into it, and he seems like he's trying to fight them, but we don't feel like it's that straightforward. We don't. Me personally, and I think you're the same, that we see that being these are actual characters in the world being controlled by Mysterio, or his green gas that he puffs about is making people hallucinate. But you came up with that doesn't make much sense for it to be on TV then.
well,
if
that's
it's
what I've come
magic.
across as is like Mysterio's powers. It's all about special effects.
Yeah,
And if it's special effects, it makes sense coming across on television because, like, you could see special
Yeah,
effects.
yeah.
But if it's some sort of gas that makes an illusion,
yeah.
then it shouldn't work through telly.
See, I still feel like it's going to be H2O and Sandman, and whoever else turns up are being controlled by Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio to try and make it into Shield's books of he's a hero, he can help, keep him on the books, keep you know what I mean. And I
The
feel
one thing as well is that apparently Mysterio's working with S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah.
And I want to know, like, how long has he been in S.H.I.E.L.D.? When did he appear? Like, what's
Also,
the
he
reason why
might not have
appeared?
been here. Like, you know what I mean? Since obviously what this is taken after Endgame.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But before Infinity War.
Yeah, we're not.
supposedly.
the
we're not
whole,
touching
like,
that.
the
Let's-
confusing timeline stuff.
But like for all we know, this is a character who's been made by some sort of disturbance of the time.
Could have been. It could have been.
And I feel like he's not a good guy, but he's not a bad guy. He's just a guy surviving. But he turns into a bad guy when Spider-Man comes along and goes, wait a minute, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like he ruins.
He definitely has to turn into a bad guy.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I mean, I can live with it, but I prefer it not to be. The one thing that makes me think it's special effects is that when you see it come out of his hand, like he's wearing gloves and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's not coming out of him. It feels like it's coming out of the
Yeah.
suit.
It's clear technology.
And I think that what happens, like the first time, you know, when he says like you're out of your depth, kid, it's because one of the elementals attack, and Spider-Man suits up, goes to do it, and like starts fighting, and then he
Yeah.
comes along and like, oh, it's just a kid, like I'll deal with it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It is like it is a bit. I wouldn't say it's by the numbers, but the whole like the bad guys making him. It's basically what Syndrome did, The Incredibles.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like it to be like. I at the end of the day, if it is that, I don't mind, as long as he does turn bad at the end. Like, that's what I want. I want him to be the one that's the whole point in it, and I want him to when he fights him at the end to make like a giant version of himself, and you make like things drop for the ceiling and stuff, and it's because I know some of it however works, but if it's like special effects where like it does hurt you if it hits you, but even though it's not real, it's a weird situation. But it's a great. It's like as much as it took a long time to get here about him in the Marvel universe, and they had to fail loads of times. I like it to the fact that because they failed loads of times, they have to use villains they've never used before. Because I can assure you, if they never made a Spider-Man movie up until the Marvel Universe, we never would have seen Mysterio.
No, because they went through all the ones done
Goblin,
before.
Doc Ock. It would have seen all that first. But because they haven't, they've already been used, and clearly with using Vulture, they want to use folk that we've not seen.
Yeah, it's working. It's because it's going to bring people in.
Which are great, because then you don't know who it could be. Like, I think in the third one, when they bring out the third one, it will be Goblin. They have to do it for the Marvel Universe. It will happen eventually. Because he's like his number one villain.
I think it's going to be Craven, I see Craven being the next
I'd love it to be Craven. I love Craven. I think he's great. But isn't he getting his own Sony movie?
Yeah, I don't touch... I have no idea.
Venom did well, so don't say that universe is dead.
I know, the universe is not dead. The non-Spider-Man universe.
It's Morbius next.
Oh my god.
Just the Morbius, like it's Jared Leto's Morbius.
It's something I'm not... I can't say I'm not looking forward to it, because I liked Venom. I did. So I'd like to see
I'm
what
not
they go
looking forward to
with.
it because I hate Jared Leto.
Oh my god, it was Joker once, let it go.
Never.
Anyway, let's move on before we start an argument. But the next one obviously is game. We had a massive reveal for Mortal Kombat 11.
They did a massive reveal where they brought a bunch of journalists, they brought a bunch of YouTubers,
Yep.
they brought a bunch of Twitch folk down, and they showed gameplay, they showed story trailer, they showed that Ronda Rousey was playing Sonya Blade, they showed a new character. So let's.
The time dude.
The time dude was Garrus.
Yeah. Oh my god.
This looks amazing.
Yeah.
I can't. I was like a little bit. I was a little bit excited to
play it.
play it.
Because you had fun with the last one. Anyway, see, they've come out and said that Kevin Conroy, also we know him famously as Batman
voice.
voice.
Of Batman.
Yeah, he's coming to be Scorpion. Jesus, sorry.
It both begins with an S.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I know. I'm so confused.
But I think we should definitely talk about the gameplay.
Yes.
Because so first of all they came out and what did they first show? It wasn't the gameplay first. It was
not a prologue story.
It was they showed us a bit of a story trailer, and it's basically like I think. It's a lot of time stuff to do, like it's a lot to do with the time, especially with the new character. But so they basically showed the gameplay, and it was Baraka, which I'm so happy he's back. I love Baraka versus Scorpion.
Yeah.
And they've changed some things in the gameplay as well. So in Mortal Kombat 10, you had like a 1 bar, and the 1 bar where you could do like a special move.
Yeah.
Like it was like a bar special move, not just like the ones you can normally do. The second bar was like a breaker, and then third was your X-ray.
Yeah.
In the new one, you've got a full defensive bar, a full offensive bar, and then your health. So you can like judge it to the right time where you can hold, instead of like having to wait to hold a combo breaker and stuff like that, you can like use that at any, like most of the time if your bar's full and you obviously got a defensive move and an offense move. And they've changed the X-rays to something called a fatal blow.
Yeah.
Which it looks like, it's like an X-ray, it does the whole zoom in thing, but you don't really see the bones anymore.
Yeah, it's like a wee, I remember seeing the bit where he punches the chest, you see a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of
But it's
bone.
mostly like blood comes out the back, which I think's a better thing. Like the X-rays are cool, don't get me wrong, but the whole like blood coming out which makes it more real.
Yeah.
And that triggers when you're at 30 health.
Yeah.
But you can only use 1 fatal blow per fight. So if you don't use it in the first round, you can use it in the second round. But if you use a fatal blow in the first round, you cannot use it in the second round, which I think is really good. It's like a way of like evening the odds and getting out of situations. They've been able to interact with the outside like stuff around the map. They've kept.
I know they showed. Sorry to cut you off the bit. I know they showed us the variety of changing. You can actually change your blades to
Well,
suit
yeah,
different
that's what we're
purposes.
going to go to next, which was
Customization.
if you ever played Injustice 2,
Yeah,
they had you could change like it was you could change like your uniform, which didn't really do anything, but there was like a select few things. I think
Yeah.
Injustice had more where you could change a lot, but in this one it's like, so I'll use Scorpion for example, where you can change his look, like make him a different color, and that's
Yeah.
like a customizable thing. But the thing that's got like a like attributes and abilities is his thing across his mouth,
yeah,
his blades, and the thing that like his these
Yeah,
chain thing
yeah.
that comes out, and you could change them in different ways, and that like affects how you, because you've still got like 3 sections of people. Like in Mortal Kombat 10, there was like your character, and you, so say it was like Scorpion 1, and like the first one was like a necromancer,
Yeah.
and it was like the fire guy, and then it was the more agility guy. So you picked them, and they didn't really look that different, but it was kind of like you played differently.
Yeah.
They had different abilities. This time, you can set it different to each one, so you can make a layout where you use a different sword, a different like spear, and a different mask, and then set it to the agility play, and then have a different sword and a different mask and a different spear, but set that to like your most powerful one. It's like so in depth,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
customization. I love it. I cannot wait to play it. They brought some characters back as well, like Baraka. They only showed a select few. I think there's
There's a new character. There's obviously the time guy, Gara.
Geras,
sorry.
uh,
And then you've got the Blood Lady.
she was
came-
from Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah,
She's it wasn't Raven, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played 9 in a long
I
time.
know that the story of this takes straight after 9.
Yes, no 10.
No, 9. The story comes straight after 9. The creator of the game was interviewed, and he says it's literally straight from 9 onwards. The story. I know it's weird because they brought 10 out, but
But that doesn't make any sense because in the trailer, they also showed a cinematic where you see Raiden cutting off Shinnok's head,
yeah,
and Shinnok's the bad guy from 10.
I know. I know how it looks. But the boy comes out.
It's probably got to do with time. That's why.
Yeah.
It's to do with the time stuff. I think the time stuff. That's like because in 10, like spoiler if you've never played 10, in the story Baraka dies.
Yeah,
He gets killed by this insect-looking lassie called Devora, and she like sends his bug to eats
Yeah.
off his face. So clearly he's still alive because of time, which again I love Baraka. So it's definitely a lot to do with that. So the ones that,
what happens? Sorry, I love a good time thing. What happens if the prologue we seen, the time person, see how we see at the end of the prologue, we see
Yeah.
the time person. What if they go back and wipe 10?
Well, I don't know. 10's pretty good though.
Yeah, I know, but they're like,
It
oh,
makes sense though,
just
because
that's
like
why we
certain
got for that.
character- I mean, like, well, apparently there's going to be like choices you can make as well. Like, there's going to come up and you can fight certain people
Oh,
in certain paths, and it will change the outcome of the story.
oh shit.
So
So it's nice to see an implication.
That's really
yeah.
good as well. But so I think altogether it looks like there's going to be about 20 characters, but I couldn't exactly point out altogether.
Is
But
that like 20 plus the people that will come out over the year?
No, that's-
Is that 20
It
basic?
looks maybe a little bit less than that. Let's say 15 basic,
Yeah.
and then they will bring out the DLC characters, which they did for the last one.
Fingers crossed, Pennywise.
Yes, I definitely want Pennywise because it won't be the same as last year. But the ones they showed off in the gameplay was Baraka, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, the Blood Lassie, Sonya Blade, and the new guy Geras.
Yeah.
I mean-
mostly you can who they are, except
Yeah,
that Geras.
yeah,
who's
like
tiny.
Geras and a lot of Mortal Kombat. Like I didn't really know the Blood Lassie that much because I
Yeah.
couldn't remember, but the rest I knew definitely 100%. And Raiden was there as well. I mean, it looks fantastic. Graphically, it looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing we really need to talk about before we can move on is the fatalities.
Yeah.
I love the fatalities in the game. They're absolutely great, especially the way they're going to go with it now. But the new ones, so brutal.
Is it Scorpion's? His blade goes in your mouth and you can rip him halfway down by jumping over him.
The ones that you saw, Scorpion's got two. One is when he wraps the chain round you,
Yeah.
and then it starts getting fire, and he goes over you, and then he goes through the ground like into his
Yeah.
world, comes back up, and then cuts you in half. And his other one is that he like
Is it up to
I
the
think
eye?
I think he
or
like
to the throat or to the eyes?
that's his fatal blow.
Alright.
His fatality, I think that he punches like a hole in their stomach or something like that, cuts off their head, kicks it, and then throws the spear, and the spear goes through the flying head's mouth. But the two that I saw that looked like the roughest was
Is that Barak?
Baraka. Well, Baraka,
Baraka.
Sub-Zero, and then the Blood Lassie had the roughest ones. The Sub-Zero one was he like brings up ice and freezes your whole body, and like then but only the head sticks out, and he makes a frozen axe, cuts off their head, brings their head up, freezes that when it's in his hand, and then smashes it,
Yeah.
which looks amazing. The Blood Lassie one, she like
Pulls the blood. out
pulls
your body.
blood out the
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
turns it into spikes, and then like spikes it into their entire body, then comes up and hits the one in their head, and then their eyeball comes out the back. But Baraka's
Yeah.
one, the one that they showed first, which was he rips their face off, like just their tissue off the face, so that it's like so you see their eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Then he rips that off, and then he like when they fall back down, he uses his metal or bone claws,
yeah.
stabs their brain, and then takes a bite out of it. Oh, I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see the fatalities.
It's
like.
definitely, it's going to be a fun, especially when I was getting into our fighting games of late. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
It's for me when I first saw the trailer, it was like, oh, I like Mortal Kombat. Now this is I'm getting this 100%. I cannot wait to play this.
So that is that for a bit of news. It's small, but obviously we're going to move on to our what to look forward to in 2019, and we're going to begin with films, which I believe Fraser has the list of.
Yeah, we've only got a select few films that we kind of pointed out that we really wanted to talk about. Because if we went through everything, we'd be here for a long time.
Yeah, and some of the ones that we crossed out might not even come out this year.
Yeah, true. Like there's some that I think there's like one that hasn't got a release date that I kind of wanted to cover a little bit, but we'll get to that. So they're really in no particular order. But I mean, if we're going to start with a big one, we may as well start with Endgame. Like these are not particular order when they come out, but this. For us personally, like it is it's probably at the top of our list.
Yeah, it's the must-see film.
It has to be.
We've literally watched this thing grow, and to get to the end is literally both terrifying and amazing all at the same time. I know you're excited to see Robert Downey Jr. to die.
I mean, I don't want to say hopefully it happens, but if it does, I'm not going to be disappointed.
How are you going to feel if, see how in the trailer Captain America, his beard just disappears?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to feel if he actually shaves it on screen? You're going to get upset.
A little bit.
Just like.
But I mean, I don't think he's going to die. I think he's going to end up back in the past with Peggy.
Yeah, I see that happening.
There's so much speculation in this. They've showed us one trailer already, which also showed us nothing, but also could have showed us even more nothing because the way they've edited it.
Yeah, like how did Hawkeye turn into Ronin? How did Scott Lang get out of the...
That one's a bit more confusing, how Scott Lang got out of the quantum realm, but how Hawkeye became Ronin is because his whole family turned to dust and he got a bit angry about it.
So he just went to Japan.
Yeah, probably.
Calling it right now. He went to Japan, met Wolverine, got trained, got the suit, came out, boom, done.
I'm not going to bust your hopes about this whole apparently Hugh Jackman cameo thing. I'm not going to bust your hopes about it because if it does happen, I'll be excited too. I just don't think it will. But I'm not going to destroy your hopes.
You just literally just did. You just literally said that.
No, I said that I don't think it's going to happen. Me personally, I'm not straight up telling you that it's never going to happen. I just don't think so.
Your words hurt, Fraser. Sorry, I'll be honest. Jesus. Can't control it there, my bad. But yeah, that's hurtful. But yeah, that has to be the film that'll literally be episode literally about 45 minutes just discussing what happens in that film. There will be tears.
It's gonna be great, and I mean, I love the fact that like Infinity War ended the way it did. Nobody expected it. Turned into meme central. But
If I see Spider-Man dusting in anything ever again,
it looks so good. Like there's so many speculations about it. So. Like, I can't wait for the next trailer, and I want to sit in theatre. Like, it's weird, I want to sit and theorise about everything, but I don't at the same time because I just want to experience it. Also, if I sit in theorise about everything, it's just going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's what happened with Infinity War.
Scott Lang will be a Skrull.
Are you calling
I'm
it?
calling it. Scott
Alright.
Lang, Skrull.
You call it, right. You want to say, right, you can say someone's a Skrull. I'll put a bet on with you right now, on record, on recording,
Okay.
there is not a single person that's a Skrull.
Wait, so do I win if they're Is
If anybody's a Skrull, you win. If anybody's
how,
not,
how much put it on right now?
I don't know. We'll think of some sort of podcast punishment.
Podcast punishment. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Shaking it. Yeah.
Shake on it.
Yeah. Sweet.
I mean, to our audio listeners right here, we did shake.
Yeah. I know that's pointless. We'll take a picture next time.
Yeah. But the deal is made. Not a single person is a Skrull.
No, it has to. There has to be a Skrull in this, because then, like, what's the point in being like, hey, Captain Marvel, here's Skrulls. There's going to be someday. There has to be someday.
Because just like everything else in the Marvel universe,
The end credits count.
no, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just like everything else in the Marvel universe, is just like planting little seeds.
So many seeds, bro.
How many things have they set up from like one of the original movies and then haven't come back until way later on? I mean, like Red Skull.
Hey.
Well,
We got Red Skull.
Aye, but we've seen the last time we saw Red Skull was in the first Captain America, and then he never appeared until Infinity War.
Right, so this is the movie where everything
Plant
comes.
seeds.
Everything's
Plant
coming.
seeds.
That's it.
Eventually, we'll see Skrulls, but not in this movie.
But nah. Whoa. Do you think we'll get a hint at the big bad for after Thanos?
No,
Do you think we're going to get any baddie in this? Or do you think it's just about them
I
fixing?
don't know what the deal with the baddie is, but I think that it's hard to see because you've not seen them on set, but they're clearly going to fight people they've already fought again because they've gone back in the past.
Yeah, so are they going to be around baddies? Or are they going to be near baddies?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I
same
don't,
thing, but you know what I mean? Like,
they're
are they
not
going
going
to
to.
interact?
After this, they're not setting up the next one, and they're not setting up Skrulls.
So they're just leaving it. Yeah, they're just going to leave it blank.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's going to be an end credit scheme?
Of course,
But you don't think it's going to be a bad guy.
it's going to be an end credit scene, but it ain't going to be setting up anything new.
Always do if it's just space,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Earth, and all you see in the bottom corner is just a little bit of silver.
I would love it if it turns out to be Galactus. I'll eat my own fucking words, but I ain't.
Right, I'll write down. Right, I'm going to write down.
This is about Skrulls here. I'm not putting any sort of bet on that there's like Galactus. You took the Skrulls bet. If there's no Skrulls, you lose the bet.
Okay.
Right, so we're moving
Yeah,
on for
sorry,
we're moving on for Endgame. Right, I'm going to pick another one here. I mean, we're kind of excited about it, but we're not at the same time. Hellboy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. Obviously, it's a new guy, new director. I'm looking forward to see where it goes. It's clearly got a smaller budget.
Definitely, it's definitely got a smaller
Right.
budget. I mean,
It's set
the only
in
thing that's
London.
put me off with the trailer put me off a bit.
Yeah.
And also the fact that I feel that this may be like and it's obviously it's nothing against everybody else, but it's like this looks like a one-man movie. Like it's if David Harbour's good, it's good. If like this all comes
Yeah.
on him, like everybody's going to be like, oh, David Harbour was great, or David Harbour was great, or
Yeah,
he
'cause
did
even-
it then. But nobody's going to be like, oh, the villain was good, or the side character
Yeah.
was good, because it's not. I don't think
'Cause
it's going to be about.
And the
them.
first two, the side characters were still good.
Yeah, of course. You had
Right.
Abe Sapien. You had like the weird ghost doctor guy for the
Yeah.
second one. The villains were okay. You had that. Like I remember this all the time when it comes to like Hellboy and stuff like that. The weird clockwork Nazi guy with the spikes. He was cool as shit.
Yeah.
But-
I also loved the Prince.
Yeah,
Just for his fighting ability. That
and he
kind of-
was the same guy for Blade 2.
Yeah. Obviously.
But to me, this is just going to be centered around David,
Yeah.
David Harbour. And if he is good, then he might make the whole movie good.
Yeah.
And if he's on par and everybody else is shit, then it might be like,
Yeah.
oh, he was alright, but the rest was garbage. But I want to see Hellboy again. Like it's not Guillermo del Toro. It's not going to have that fantastical nature. Seems a lot more grounded. Apart from when he goes to hell.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Let's hope it's not just a massive CGI mess.
No, I don't want to.
Alright.
I don't think so. I think because his is like
Yeah.
it's all
Prosthetic. Yeah, but in the
prosthetics.
trailer, you saw
when he
some.
goes to hell,
Yeah.
I think especially Mila Jovovich is a bad guy because especially after all she's known for now is the Resident Evil stuff, and the
Yeah.
Resident Evil stuff sucks.
Hey, she's got Monster Hunter coming out soon at some point.
That'll suck too because it's the same director as Resident Evil. Right, I'm gonna fling another one at you. Detective Pikachu.
Yes. Yes. Like, not even for the case that this movie might suck, right?
Uh-huh.
It's got Ryan Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
It's
As long as he's not too Deadpool-y.
yeah.
Because he can't be Deadpool and everything now.
No, because before that was
I love
him.
Deadpool. I love
yeah.
Deadpool, but you can't be Deadpool and everything.
Him doing it before when NN was and he was awfully cocky like Deadpool
Yeah.
was to prove to people he could be Deadpool. Now he's been Deadpool, be something else.
Yes.
But only because of my childhood am I loving
Yeah,
this.
I agree. I agree. The one thing I will say, and it's obviously a weird call. It's not a weird call to make, but it's quite simple. This will be the best video game movie ever made.
Yes, naming it. Call it right now.
Because it looks, if it's actually any good, then technically it counts.
I want to know why. Jigglypuff's fluffy though.
Yeah, all the Pokemon have got fur. Even Charizard when it's a lizard.
Yeah.
That I find a weird aesthetic to do. But on the other hand, it will be my childhood coming to life. And as long as they can integrate Pokemon as well as humans, then everything will be good. Another problem I might have with it is the main character, the guy who's like the one who's going around with Pikachu.
Yeah, is that not the same guy for Jurassic World?
Yes, the
The
one that
Scream.
screamed a lot.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
it's the same actor. So if he screams a lot in that, it's going to annoy me. But
What?
apart from that, it's definitely on this list because it's like they've never done Pikachu in live action. Like they've never
Yeah.
done live action Pikachu, and you're just curious. You're just
Yeah.
curious.
The main character has to pull off the quips and stuff while out and about. You see him when he's talking, he's like, "Do you hear him? Do you hear
Yeah.
him?" Like, I hope it's not every like 5 minutes. It's like, "Can you hear my Pikachu?"
What I don't want as well is I don't want it to be all about the Pokemon as well. It needs to be half and half. It needs to
Yeah.
be. You need to care about the humans as well as the Pokemon.
Yeah, it has to be.
Can't just be like, oh, there's a Pokemon I remember. Oh, there's a Pokemon I remember.
Yeah.
Because as much like that, like it's obviously nostalgia is a powerful thing, but it ain't gonna make it good.
I'll be okay with it if it's like Easter egg type stuff. You're walking down the street and you see something float
I can
past.
do
Or,
that,
yeah,
yeah, I can
that's
do
that's
that.
cool. But they're not shoving it in your face. Like, I really
Yeah.
hope Mew or Mewtwo does they turn up and just fly towards this camera, look at the camera, then fly away.
I don't think you're gonna see them. I'd like it, but I don't think you are.
Yeah. Do you think you're going to see any of the like main characters?
The original.
Yeah, like
of course,
any,
when
like
Charizard's there.
no, I mean people.
Oh, people.
Like Ash Ketchum, like
No.
Brock.
The only person you might see, Dr. Rock.
Yeah.
It's the only person you might see.
We get
You
David.
won't see Ash. You won't see Brock.
What you
'cause-
get, you walk into the street and you just see a guy whose eyes are just closed.
See, that's the thing. If you were to do Brock in a real life situation, like it'd be terrifying.
That'd be
Because Brock don't open his eyes.
No.
It's really weird.
no. Also,
Well, apparently
that could be really racist.
No, don't do that. I
it
asked.
could be.
It could be really racist.
Yeah, it could be really racist
If
how
they
it's
do,
done.
of course, but they won't do that.
Yeah.
I think that. Well, apparently in the cartoon, I got told this ages ago because I brought up the fact that Brock don't look, and apparently he's got like a witch's curse where if he actually looks at people, they turn to stone. I don't care.
Seriously.
It's weird. It's,
Seriously.
yeah, it's
Wow.
weird.
That's
So they're not going to do. The only people you might see Dr. Oak, and that's it.
It's
I
the main.
wonder how many 12-year-old kids are kicking about with no adults and have just been leave to roam the world.
Yeah.
Because I always find that weird in the games.
Also, Ash is immortal. Just saying.
You know, yeah.
Or is he like a really creepy 30-year-old guy that looks like a 12-year-old who hangs about with 12-year-olds?
Maybe that every single Pokemon is like they're just set over a couple of years.
Yeah. But you probably not.
We're not-
well,
yeah,
yeah, but let's
no.
not dive into that. That's
So
the whole
next
thing.
on the list is Godzilla King of Monsters.
I'm looking forward to this.
I loved the first one. I
Yeah.
loved the Godzilla one with Aaron Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen. I loved that one. I thought it was great. My only fear with this one is there are too many monsters.
Yeah.
Now, what I loved about the first one, and I like to call it like the Jaws effect, which is like, so in Jaws the movie, like all you see is like a little bit of
Yeah, you see it fin.
yeah, and then it's only when you see it near the end you're like, fucking hell. And it was the same for like Godzilla, where you hardly saw any of it. It was like occasional tail, occasional spike, but when it eventually came out of the water and had a fight with the other one of the like kaiju, you were like, Jesus Christ, this is I've been waiting for this, building and building and building. And if this one just goes like, look at the monster, look, there's a monster,
Yeah.
look, guess what's over there? A monster.
It's going to be that.
It's
You
going to
know-
be.
You know it's going to be that.
It
eh?
might annoy me. It
Just
might
like,
annoy me.
Mothra.
See, I think
No.
that Mothra and Godzilla are good, and the three-headed one and the other flying one are bad.
Yeah, I can agree with
And
that.
it'll be 2-on-2, and I is
I
I
bet
don't
Kong turns up
in the end, Jinx.
right then, because I know that they're making a Kong
Yeah, Kong
versus God.
versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
As long as it's not Mecha Godzilla, which would be funny.
that would be hilarious. That would be actually hilarious. Like, they're sitting going, this is how we'd save the planet. And all the trailers are like, I had to do this. I need to release it to save the world. And we think it's them releasing all these monsters.
But
and
it's Mecha
yeah,
Godzilla.
she just put, the last that everybody see, the trailer makes looks like she's crazy and bad. The Eleven's mum.
Millie Bobby Brown. Oh, Lemon's mum.
Yeah. I bet she just walks into a room, pushes a button, and Mecha Godzilla walks out.
I think that Millie Bobby Brown has like a connection with Mothra as well. I think that that's in a movie as well.
Seriously.
Yeah, because you see her go up and you see it there. Because Mothra's like, it's obviously, it's definitely a good one. It's not
Yeah.
bad. It looks too nice to be bad. It'd be so funny, right? If right at the very end, Mothra and Godzilla gang up, right, to fight the Gorodon or the three-headed one
Yeah.
and the other flying one. They finally beat them. They're both celebrating, and then Godzilla just goes like,
just cracks the
just grabs it out of the sky and just eats it.
Mothra's just like slowly dropping his Millie Bobby Brown. Like, no!
Or even if it just goes like with his breath, just goes like. And just like,
Hey, for all we know, see that bit where in the trailer he's up, he's looking up and he does his scream with the light,
yeah.
his light power. Oh, for all we can, that's the end. And that's Mothra coming over to go home, and he's just like, nope, boom, barbecue, down.
I don't know, like we'll see what happens. It looks really good, but it's weird that it's like the first one is just like Godzilla versus two kaiju to like let's everything in it's done
Yeah.
in one movie. That's what gives me the fear. But I am looking forward to it.
Yes, definitely.
So next one we've got is we only wanted to pick one of these because there's loads coming out. Is the Lion King.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong, Dumbo, Aladdin, whatever other one comes out, we're looking forward to them. But The Lion King,
The
is
Lion
something
King's
special.
like, the Lion King's like the peak. That's the
Yeah.
one where you think about the most. I mean, we've talked a little bit about The Lion King before. Apparently, it's meant to be a shot-for-shot remake, which what's
Sucks.
the point?
Because also Jeremy Irons isn't Scar.
Jeremiah
We're going to have to watch Mufasa die again.
and properly that like
Yeah,
in
in
more of
HD.
this, yeah.
I mean, I will not take my kid to see this
We've
film.
covered this a lot before, but I'm looking because it's my childhood again. Like
Yeah.
again, nostalgia is a
Yeah.
powerful thing. So I think right. Next one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes,
Now I am extremely looking forward to this.
we know.
Maybe you not so much.
I'm looking forward 'cause I like the cast, I like the director, I like these films. It's the type of film I'm not really bothered about, but you are very excited about this.
I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be great. Quentin Tarantino. If folk don't know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is centered around the Charles Manson
Family.
family / murders,
Yeah.
where they killed the Tate family. And it's got, like, again, it's Quentin Tarantino, but it's got Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Margot
Robbie, Christoph Waltz will
Yeah.
probably be in it. Maybe Samuel Jackson will appear again. Probably, like, all his folk that he always gets, like the Tim Roths and the... he'll probably be in it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's this could be great. This could be great. I mean, the only thing it centers around on me personally is like I can't remember who the actor is, but they've cast him. But how he performs, like the performance.
I don't
of
think it's
Manson.
one of the big ones, is it?
Who plays Manson?
Yeah, I don't think it's one of the big...
No, it's not one of the folk we've mentioned. It's a lesser known actor that's been cast as Manson. But when it comes down to it, it really is about Matt. It has to, like, his performance has to nail it. Like, nail it.
No, it doesn't actually say who's cast as.
Is it not?
No. Oh yeah, it does. Damon Herriman. I remember him. He's been in...
Sorry for this, we're looking
Yeah.
stuff up.
J. Edgar, Flesh and Bone, Quarry.
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio's in J. Edgar, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. That's,
But yeah, this could be great. Like it's gonna be ultra. It's gonna be like the violence. It's gonna be like real. It's gonna have that realism. It's gonna be
it's going to have the Quentin Tarantino effect.
set in the
You know what I mean?
'70s. It's gonna be like it's probably gonna be like, I don't want to say it's gonna be like no other. The only thing as well, right, is that Quentin Tarantino is known for like he doesn't really work with true stories.
Yeah.
So everything he does is he comes up with himself, like obviously Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, and like Reservoir Dogs. These are all stories from his head. Well, this is literally it really happened. Like he might, but this is the thing too. It depends who he does it, because remember in Inglourious Bastards, like they kill Hitler and stuff like that.
Yeah. He's got, the thing is, I have hope for it. I feel like there's going to be a few bits that are like, wait, that never actually happened. You know what I mean?
As long as you don't go too far away from it,
Yeah.
it will be really good. Another one that, like, this doesn't have a release date, but I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. Was that you've got the title?
Yeah, it's a weird title, but it's extremely wicked, shockingly shockingly evil and vile, which is the Ted Bundy movie starring Zac Efron as Ted Bundy.
This is the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because of who they've got to play Ted Bundy.
He looks like Ted Bundy. See that once they've got the hair on and stuff, it actually looks like the character, and it looks so weird seeing Zac Efron.
It's going to be strange, because obviously Ted Bundy was the as like pop culture, he's like the handsome serial killer, the one that, like, if you were to draw down a serial killer, he's like the furthest away thing, because he looks like he's like a handsome man.
Yeah.
Folk fell for it all the time because of, like,
it's like if Brad Pitt went and did it.
Yeah, it's like when he actually got caught, folk were like even when he was in like court for, like, lassies went in to see him because he was like really handsome.
Yeah, and all the jurors were like, no, it's not him. I don't think it's him.
Yeah, there's like a thing coming to Netflix, which tomorrow on Netflix, which I'm 100% watching. So I think it definitely, like, if Zac Efron's performance is excellent, this could be like award winning. Yeah. If he nails this, and that makes me excited.
That's 2019 movies. Sorted for you. You've got two of the same type of
It makes me excited. I think it's so interesting. It makes but. There's only two more left we're going to talk about in movies, and the next one is the Joker movie.
Yes.
The weird entity that is the Joker movie. But technically, working off the last thing we talked about, is he kind of... I love it, because he does look a bit like a serial killer and John Wayne Gacy.
And Joaquin Phoenix is clearly pulling it off.
Oh, apparently, according to backstage stuff, and like apparently he's nailed it. Apparently he's went whole out. And which is because it's Joaquin Phoenix, he doesn't put in half-ass it.
For this to work for me to be like, yep, this is a good Joker film, right? Because there is no Bruce Wayne, right? No. So
there's Thomas though.
There's Thomas. So I feel like this is a character who isn't going to be called the Joker. Like you'll never actually hear him say, "I'm the Joker" or something like that, or laugh or anything like that. I think he's going to be a different entity.
I think he has. But if the movie's called the Joker, then he has to be called it.
Yeah, but I think he's the Joker that inspires the Jokers we know. If you know what I mean? Like I feel like they're going to somehow connect it some way
to the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like that if we get rid of Jared Leto. But
for all we know, Jared Leto is Joaquin Phoenix's son.
I don't want that. Right? It's a disappointment then.
And he's trying to be like his dad in a different way. You know what I mean?
A very different way.
But like, if you know what I mean, they're trying to connect it. Because probably, I feel like if this does well, they're like, yeah, it's connected. It's all connected if it's done well.
If this does well, then they should. I don't know, but we've talked about this before. I love Joaquin Phoenix. He puts 110% in every performance that he does, and I think, in my opinion, this is my favourite look for a Joker since Ledger.
I really wasn't on the bandwagon to begin with, but seeing pictures and see how he's acting in the reviews and how, like you said, his ability to switch between. Hey, I'm just whatever my name is. I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember.
Then switch to the Joker, his flamboyant and his joke.
And he's in the total red suit with a green tie. Yeah. I think this could be great. And like when I first said this was happening, I was like, "What the fuck is even going on?" But just the way he looks and just what they've shown us so far is I'm in. I'm 100% in. So the last one, and we have to talk about it, even though like you're not a massive fan, and I like it. I do like it. Obviously, who really doesn't? It's Star Wars Episode 9. We don't have a title, which is Star Wars Episode 9.
Okay, is it going to fix everything that was done in the last film, but everybody hates it?
Well, I don't hate the last
I don't like the last one. I don't hate the last one, sorry. Right, I like the last one.
I like The Last Jedi.
But people have such a hatred because it was different.
That's why folk hate The Last Jedi. Folk don't like The Force Awakens because it was too similar, and folk don't like The Last Jedi because it was too different.
Right, so what do they want?
Well, see, I've got something to tell you, is that people that hate Star Wars the most are Star Wars fans.
Jesus. And the thing is, like, are we going to see Kylo Ren naked again? Is
that really the question we need to bring up?
I know. Is Rey parents?
They're going to
shitty,
they're going to make them important. That's something he's fixing. J.J.
Yeah.
Abrams is fixing the
I
parent
bet he's
thing.
walking in going, "Okay, what? I'm going to act like the last one didn't happen." Somehow Mark Hamill's going to turn
I
up.
think he's going to keep some things from the last one, but it's going to be more fan servicey.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it as long as the
They send Carrie Fisher off.
I don't know if as long as the story finishes in a full circle for me, because after this, no more, please.
Come on, you cannot
No,
see
not forever. I'm just saying, like,
with these characters. This story.
no. What I'm saying is, like, they're obviously doing the TV shows after the
Yes.
Mandalorian show, and there might be another spin-off. But like, give it 5 years before you give me another episode. Didn't it? Because there's so much. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
know.
right. Okay. When they announced the Force Awakens, right?
Yeah.
And everybody lost their shit because we were getting a new Star Wars.
Yeah.
If I turned around and told you that Han Solo movie would bomb, you would call me a fucking idiot.
Yes, I would.
But because we are oversaturated in Star Wars, it's literally got to the point where
Hey,
people are just
I
like,
agree with you.
yeah,
I just don't think it's going to happen.
I mean-
I think they're going to sign J.J. Abrams on for. If this one does well, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
sign J.J. Abrams for the next 3 years to do another 3 films.
you're probably right. I mean, think about it this way. I mean, if we had, like, I don't know, give it like a couple of years ago, and we were doing this list and we did this podcast, and we were talking about Star Wars would have been like one of the most hyped movies ever.
Yeah.
But now we're just like, yeah, Episode 9 comes out this year.
It's-
Like I
don't
love
care.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars, of course, but it's just like it's been so oversaturated that it's just like, look, there's another Star
Right.
Wars, instead of like, oh my god, we're getting another Star Wars.
Are we getting the Mandalorian TV series this year or next year?
That'll be next year.
Right. So we're going to have episode, whatever the fuck it is, episode 9.
9.
Then we're going to have the Mandalorian. Then we're going to have cartoon TV shows. Then we might have a Star Wars game if it's not cancelled, because, you know, EA.
And maybe another spin-off film in between
Yeah.
there if they
If they go
decide
back
that
to the
they
Ewan
do-
McGregor one,
if they do the Obi-Wan movie after like Solo failing and they
Yeah.
still decide to do it.
and then they go back to episode 10 for December. That's literally how next year could turn out.
I doubt no, because they'd have to be.
Thanks, Jade.
Thanks, Jed. They'd have to have been filming episode 10 now.
We don't know. They could be. That's the thing. We just don't know.
It's oversaturated.
It's Disney.
Yeah, well, Disney own everything anyway. It's not
Yeah,
like they've
but
done
don't
a
come
lot
up
of it.
with new ideas. They're just going to be like, yeah, let's put it out again.
Let's recycle.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's the movies.
Yes.
That was a lot of
Yeah.
movies, so we're going to move on to games. We've definitely got a few on this list. We've covered a couple already, like we covered Mortal Kombat. First one I'm going to throw at you is Rage 2.
Okay. Rage 1, I wasn't really a fan of. I tried.
I finished it. I finished Rage
I
1.
tried, just couldn't get into it. But Rage 2 just screams Mad Max madness to me.
It looks like an open world Mad Max / Doom.
Yeah.
It's got
And
the combat of Doom in an open world.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
I do. As long as it's not like, I know that they showed this world and all this stuff to do. As long as it's not like,
Just Cause type blow.
no, that I can be fine with. If it's more like everything, like, see when you're in an area,
Yeah.
if like you do these things where it's like take over a compound, do a bit of story, shoot a couple of guys, then you move to the next location and then it's just the same. Like, because of the open world, it's like just the same. Like,
Yeah.
everything's repetitive apart from the story maybe changes, but even if the story's just like, oh, we need this base, oh, we need this base, there's a base we haven't touched, let's go get that base.
I hope there's no base.
Oh, there definitely is base stuff. Like, not to collect the base, but like an attack a base. Because you saw in the first gameplay trailer they
Yeah.
showed was like you breaking into like an area where a selection of folk.
I know, but
Especially where there's like, they said that there's like 4 different types of clans.
No,
They're going to have
sure.
home bases. It's not going to be Far Cry, but
I
it's
was,
gonna be
I was
different.
literally about to say, I bet you anyone it's Far Cry 5.
Don't think it's going to be that bad. It's
You
not
don't
going
think
to be.
it's going to be like a big massive map and like it's all cut into 5 sections?
It might be a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be like. That's why I said I don't want it to be
Yeah.
like the whole go into an area, do the same 3 things, fight the boss, move into the next area. I don't think so.
I can accept this game having all these places.
Mhm.
If at least the clans that, if they're not together, that you at least see them fighting each other.
I would
So, you know what I mean?
like
So
that,
it's like a real life type situation where these two groups are fighting and you're like, okay, I need to go.
and as long as the story and the side quests are interesting as well.
Yeah. And hopefully I'd like it to be serious, but at the same time be able to go, let's blow up something and make it stupid. You know what I mean? I'd like it to have that both haha and oh my god, this guy's about to die and they'll save him type situation stuff.
Like Borderlands.
Yeah, I will take that and I'll accept it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a fresh look on the game and yeah.
Next one I'm going to fling it here is Anthem.
Oh come on, like we need to preach this. This is a game we are buying. This is a game we will be playing, most likely either broadcasting or just putting playthroughs up. And this game looks fucking awesome. It's Destiny, but Iron Man.
It does look really good. I as I say, it's probably like I like the co-op aspect of it, but I really hope there's a good story there.
Yeah, because that was my problem with Destiny 1 and 2. I felt like the story was very similar, and the fact that it just felt like I was playing the same game. I hope this game, the story is quite long, so it's not like First Division where you finish the story and the rest is just like, go to this area, collect this, go to
I
this
hope
area,
that as well
collect
that like obviously this is done by BioWare, which is the same folk that like do Mass Effect and Dragon Age. I mean, if the rumour is true about like basically most of their man work went into this, and that's why Andromeda was a bag of shit.
And that gives me hope, because then if this is really, really good, then it makes sense why Andromeda sucked.
But on the other hand, if this also sucks, then you kind of if it's the same people that like can't like it's been a while since they've done a project that isn't just a sequel.
Yeah, it's something fresh for them, and
as long as the world's interesting as well, because I know there's like different zones where it's like there's underwatery bit, there's like fiery bits, there's grass bit, but I don't want it to be like too similar, and I don't want it to be some of it might feel a bit not fetch questy, but it might be like go back to base, drop off this thing, go back into here, like. And I also want to feel like if me and you were playing it, I could just be like, let's go pass the boot. Like, just go jump and go and find actually interesting stuff to do. Like, you don't actually have to have a select mission.
What I know so far is, I know there's like, you have to do a bit of a story, not a full story, but it's like the first, also your intro bit that you always do in games. Supposedly you do that and then you're able to roam. And like you say, to get something, go back to a base. Remember, the base comes with you if you want it to.
Okay.
So you can easily drop in there, put whatever stuff. I also know that loot, obviously because there's loot in this game, let's be serious. If I open it and I see like gold weapons and all this shiny stuff, I can take that, but you won't see it. But you'll be able to get your own gold weapons.
Good. I like that.
You know what I
That's
mean?
good. That's
so
good.
It's,
So
it's not a case that I'm stealing everything for myself.
One thing as well is that I want, like, can you do this? I want to be able to do the story together.
Yeah,
which is good. I'm enjoying that. But the only thing I'll have to say before we move on is I don't want this to be microtransaction-y, because there is a possibility.
Yeah, but this is the thing, and I said this before, it makes no difference. It will make no difference to us, because it's not PvP. If they bring a PvP mode into it, then I can see
if it's customizable stuff, that's fine. I get right, fair enough.
Because it's not like it's Battlefront. You know what I mean? Like, that guy's got
where
Darth Vader.
It's not play to win.
Yeah.
Right, I get that. If it's not play to win, as long as it's not like...
I know for a fact...
As long as it's not forced in my throat.
Yeah, I know for a fact that you're going to be able to buy suit skins. I know that for a fact.
That's fine, because it's customizable.
There's bonus content with the stuff to come out, and it's like metal suits and all this stuff.
As long as it's not forced in my throat.
Yeah.
And as long as not as long as the customizable stuff, like the really cool customizable stuff, it might be hard to find, but you can still find it.
Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
I don't want it to be like this really amazing suit that looks incredible, but you can only get it if you buy it, because that will annoy me.
Yeah, and I can take it. See, you turn the game on, you've got the start settings on. I can take all that in the main screen with at the side. Oh, there's a new suit coming.
Yeah,
I can take that. Go into the game. I don't want every time I go into something it popping up going, here, buy this.
Shadow of Mordor style.
Yeah. I hope it's more Odyssey, where it's you see it at the beginning, you can see the option for it at the pause screen, but that's it. Like, they're not showing it in your face.
They're not showing it. I don't. Yeah. Right. Next one on the list is Division 2.
Right. This is a split one. I loved the Division 1. I forced you to play it
I
multiple
liked
times.
the Division 1.
Yeah, you liked it when the story still exists. After the story is done and gone, you're kind of like, okay, it's just repetitive.
Well, it was more like after we finished the story, and then there was like the super boss fights and stuff like that. That was fun. It was a bit where you finished all that, and it was kind of like we went on it to play, and then they were like, what we do in the day, and they were like, well, mind that boss fight we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Just doing it again, just a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, fine.
Or it was the Dark Zone.
Well, they fought the Dark Zone.
Yeah. What I like about this one though, is the map's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
There's more people that
It's
have
got a mature rating.
mature rating, which is always good for us. I love that they've split Dark Zone,
Mm-hmm.
right? And also, say I've got a handgun,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got a different type of handgun, but they're all at different levels.
Mhm.
Like yours is equipped more. The minute you go in Dark Zone, they all get max leveled. So it's like everybody's here. So you're not like jumping in. There's a guy with
Because what was it? It was the first Dark Zone, like first bit of it was like between level 1 and 10,
Yeah.
and it was like 10 into it. Then it went and
Yeah.
like up near the top was like
Yeah.
that, which is fair because obviously don't go into the levels you're
Yeah.
not hanging. But if it's for everybody this time,
Yeah.
that's better.
But you always had people coming down to your area and shooting you with a gun that was like 10 times
True,
bigger
'cause
than
you could
yours.
enter the
Yeah.
right.
So by this, it's kind of go in and you're boom, you're here. You know what I mean? So
I
it's
think
like
I'm more excited about the PvP than I am the Dark Zone. Sorry,
PvE.
the PvE. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely same. With Division, I love the story. I do. I love it. Was different. I love the world because New York did look cool.
Washington DC will be good.
Yeah.
I think that Washington, especially because it's more open, it'll definitely be like a lot more bright and colourful.
Yeah.
Because like New York was obviously it is New York. It's like very dark and
Yeah.
grimy.
I see it from the trailer. I remember seeing how you go into a base and people move in and stuff. I feel like we're gonna have to. It might be State of Decay 2. You've got people. You've saved those people. You might get called back to help those people, which would be nippy. Also, pre-warning: if you hear a wee bell or you hear us, holy crap! Stop touching the wire. Fraser added to his pet cemetery.
Pet cemetery.
Pet house. Sorry.
Not cemetery.
Pet house, and got himself a new kitten, which is you're probably going to hear Fraser jump up or say stop, don't go there, but I'm just pre-warning you for future reference.
His name is McClane.
McClane.
After John McClane,
Obviously.
the greatest hero.
It's a tense moment. The cat is right now on top of his pads.
It's fine. We'll just carry on.
You sure you don't want to
No,
That's
it's alright.
fine,
It's
he's
fine.
away.
Right, so the next one
yeah.
we're going to fling at you is The Outer Worlds. I have to bring up this
Yes.
because, like, I mean, we did cover this before, but it's for the same folk that made Fallout New Vegas.
Which I believe you've said is your favourite game. I feel like that's been mentioned once or twice.
It is my favourite game. This one's going to be a bit more linear based, but it's still going to have the dialogue options, the talking options. It's going to be, which is being able to do things different ways. Like we have covered this before when it came out, but I had to put it on. It does not have a release date yet, but we will get it this year.
Yeah.
Which I don't care when it comes out. I'm getting.
And also, I'm looking forward to this because it's on a new engine.
Yes, as well.
It's
not
nice to
on
see something
Fallout-ish. Something
Fallout-ish.
Fallout-ish.
On a new engine.
On a new right. So
Yeah,
I've only got
let's
2
move
more
on.
left here, and these do not have a release date. And one we probably will get this year, and one we probably won't.
Yeah.
The one we're going to get this year, I think, is The Last of Us 2.
Yeah. I see us getting that this year. I think closer to Christmas than anything else, but it's Last of Us 2. Like Last of Us was one of the greatest games to be brought out. Fact.
I agree.
Fact.
I agree.
Right.
One of the best stories ever done in games as well.
And the thing is, from the trailer, what little we got from it, it's already sprouted up so many questions of where's Joel? What's happened in the world?
Joel will not be dead because I love Troy Baker.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead.
Just,
I don't think he's dead.
Like, it's not like
And
not Joel, like actually Troy Baker.
Oh, so you just want someone, Troy Baker?
That's fine. I'm alright with that.
Would you like somebody from like just who looks like Troy Baker to be like, hey, what's up?
No. Like it has to be voiced by Troy Baker.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's a new character. Joel's dead. Troy Baker's voicing it.
That's fine. I live with that.
All right. Cheers.
Well, it's Troy Baker. It's Troy Baker. Anyway,
yeah.
I think that most of the time, I think Ellie's going to be in her own. It's about figuring out her own
role in the world.
Yes. Obviously, I think that her girlfriend might be there for a wee bit. Maybe the friend that appeared as well.
Yeah.
But I also think that she definitely finds out like what happened to her in the first one.
I think that's why I think they're going to be tense with each other at the start.
Also, especially like think about this, like how good does The Last of Us look?
Yeah.
how good is this going to look? This could be the most
For what we've seen.
This could be the most beautiful game of all time, apart from the one we're going to talk about next.
Yes.
So we don't have a release date for that, but we think, us personally, we think Christmas this year. So the next one, I don't think we're getting this year.
Nope. I think we might not even get it the year after.
But we have to talk about it because it's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. It's everything we want in a game and more.
Yeah, I love sci-fi stuff. I love Blade Runner. I love anything like that. And if you give me a game where I could spend like up to 100 to 70 hours in a game like that, which I will probably spend more than that because half of it will be just looking at stuff.
I want to traverse the world. I want to see the story, don't get me wrong, but I want to traverse the world. I want to see how far I can take modding my body. Seriously.
To the extreme.
Yeah, like I would love to look like Cyborg by the end of the film.
To me, I just want to go into the most bustling bit of the town, stand in the middle, just look at the price.
I think it's going to have flats, like obviously we've seen it. Like
it's going to have the high bit, it's going to have the low bit, it's Cyberpunk.
But I want Dread type flats, where you walk in and it's just gangs.
Everywhere.
Everybody's total scumbaggy. I want that. I want to walk through it and just either beat them up. And I can't wait to have a samurai sword. And a samurai sword has been confirmed for this. And who doesn't want samurai swords in a cyberpunk type game?
I just want, again, everything's going to be neon and pink and pretty. Everything's going to be great.
Are you going to be a guy or a girl?
A guy. I always play a guy.
Yeah, I think so. I might go a girl.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right, well that is what we are looking forward to in 2019, but again, we have to be normal about this. What have you done lately?
What I've done lately? Wow, okay. I watched Spider-Man at the Spider-Verse. And I completely agree with everyone who has seen it and said that it's amazing. It is. I'll not spoil anything, you will see it and I'll not spoil it for anyone that's in here, but like from the get-go, it does stuff that I did not see coming. Seriously, and it just set me off in the rest. And it's nice to see this set around this young character that when it first came out people loved, and this film just done just the artwork for it, how in depth in colour, and it all stands out, and the music is so good with it that it has to be seen. Seriously, for anyone who has to see it or anyone who's just like on the fence, you have to see it. On the other side of another animation film, I seen Dragon Ball Super Broly, and as a Dragon Ball fan, and as I know you're a new to the game Dragon Ball fan,
some of it.
It is fucking awesome. It is to me on par with Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Because it's still canon. It's nice to see Broly story shown and brought up to characters that these characters that never really interact in the world, but now it's canon, and hopefully it'll be in the next series. It's a must see, and just a film that if you can see it, it's perfect. Game wise, well, I got two new games. Yeah, I got two new games. I got FIFA 19, which is basic FIFA, but it just looks better. But a game that I'm quite addicted to now is Kingdom Come Deliverance, which you're obviously like RPG life story. Fuck that shit.
Sounds boring.
Right? Love it. Because anytime I fuck up anything that goes wrong, it's literally me. And I went to go dig a grave, like I told you off microphone. I went to dig a grave, went up to other stuff, came back to do the mission, went to the grave, and I forgot the spade, which I was told at the start of the story where the spade was, and I completely forgot. And it's not even the fact that that's trying to pick a lock, right? Picking a lock on this game has to be the single hardest thing that's ever been in a game.
Well, have you ever tried to pick a real lock?
Fuck off, Fraser. I'm talking about games, right?
This is a realistic game.
Yes, I know.
So maybe if you learn how to pick a real lock in real life, and then you can use those skills in the game.
Fuck that.
This is why I won't buy Kingdom Come Deliverance.
But still, everything that you have a fear of, like graphics wise and stuff like that, it is what it is.
It's a buggy piece of shit.
I stood on one side of a lake, looked over at a castle, and it looked like cardboard. I was like, that's not meant to look like that.
That's realistic.
And then as I got closer, it obviously popped in. But it's so many options in it that it just makes it so much better. The main character's a bit of a dunce, but it's worth a playing. They're me anyway.
Is that what they call him in the game?
No, he's called fucking Hal, but I call him Dunce. It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. It's definitely hard. Try to fight a guy for 15 minutes is
so boring.
It's so hard. But no, but it's like you're telling me if you fought someone it'd take like 5 minutes in real life.
In a game, aye.
In a real life.
But I don't play it. A game isn't real life. It's the point. It's why it's called a game.
Love it. But anyway, that's what I've done lately. So Fraser Doig, what have you done lately?
Me, I've done some stuff. I
Bought a cat.
Well, I got a cat. Yeah, he's kicking about somewhere. I also I've been watching Titans on Netflix. I finally, because it got put to Netflix, so I finally got around to it.
You finished it yet?
I am on episode 8, so I've got 3 left. Well, I'm halfway through episode 8. I'm enjoying it. I don't love it. I'm enjoying it.
Yes.
There's a few things I don't like about it. I think Raven's too young. I think Beast Boy is good.
But you need to see more of him.
But you need to see more of him. The guy that plays Robin is great. Probably the best thing about the entire show.
Yep.
I do not like Starfire. It's not her performance of the lassie. It's not the lassie who plays her. I don't mind any of that. It's just the characterization where Starfire is meant to be like this beacon of hope. This sort of like she always sees the good in people.
Yeah.
And in this, she just seems like a crabbit.
She's just ready to kill people.
Yeah, and it's not like, I get it, it's a very darker show, very, very darker than Titans has ever been. But apart from, like, I do like it, and I'm going to stick through it. I've got 3 episodes left, so I've watched most of it.
Yeah.
I liked the Doom Patrol episode. That was probably one of my favourite episodes. That was a really good one, a good way to introduce them. It actually makes me like want to see their show.
Yeah.
I have, for Christmas, my wife got me she got me a list. Sorry, it was my wife and one of my friends got me a list of 100 movies to see, like a bucket list.
Yeah.
But I had already seen all of them, apart from 2. But she didn't. She found out after she got me it. But,
that's amazing.
So obviously, I'd said, well, let's watch them together. So we've started watching to that. We watched the first Lord of the Rings, and the second.
You've never seen the first Lord of the Rings?
No, I've seen them all. No, that's
you said you've never seen them all. You said you've seen them all, but except 2. I thought one of the 2 was Lord of the Rings.
No, I've seen all of the movies apart from 2 on the list.
Alright, okay.
But she's seen like some of them, and so we started with the Lord of the Rings. We've watched the first and the second one. Apart from that, that's it really. I've been playing a bit of Dragon Ball Z. We both got that. We've been having fun with that. But that's it really.
Oh, I saw some. I think I'm a couple of episodes into Punisher as well.
Okay.
But I'll speak more about that next week. I'll probably finish it then.
Yeah. Right. Well, I cast the sound to claw the tray, so I think we better call it here.
Yeah. You can find us on YouTube at Pointless Point of View. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter at Pointless Point of View. Twitter is @offpointless. But as always, we'd like to say a thank you to Lynn, who always helps us out. And that's been it for this week. And thank you for listening. And we'll get you a new one next week.